Good morning and welcome into Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Wally Lukashenski and Kale Zomer up in the WBEV studio with you this morning. And Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering. And it's also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. But over at Professional Floor Covering, Randy and his team are here to help you design the perfect space. They have over 1,000 samples of carpet, LVP, hardwood, tile, area rugs, and window finishings. But it is so much more than floors. They have a wide selection of kitchen and bathroom countertops, cabinets, tile, shower inserts, and more. And talk about those showers, because the team over there is going to help you design that shower that you can unwind and relax in. From color and material choice to size and arrangement, there are a lot of design choices that need to be made before beginning the remodeling process. Professional Floor Covering is an Abbey Design Center, and you can find them at 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam or online at proflr.com. This morning, we are excited to be joined by a lot of art. I feel like everything's art right now, which is a really exciting thing. But we're joined by gallery coordinator with Dodge County Center for the Arts, of course, Mary Fitzgerald. We've had you back here many times here in the last little bit.
Good morning, Wally.
Good morning. And we have, of course, Chris Schumacher, who is the owner of Art on the Town, here with us as well. I have not had the pleasure to actually get to meet you until today, but you are a friend of us before. You've been on with us. I'd love to start this morning by just talking a little bit about yourself, how you became involved with your particular groups. And then I would love to hear how this work relationship came to be, because we've already seen the fruits of the labor, so to speak.
Sure. Oh, so about a little bit about Art in the Town?
Yes, I'd love to hear that, sure. And how you decided to go about doing this.
Sure. So I started walking around Beaver Dam 20 years ago when I had my first child, and I was strolling her downtown and really looking at some of the downtown properties and going, I'd really like to have an art center here and some kind of art space for people to be able to make art. And so during those walks, I started thinking about those kinds of things, raised my children. I'm also a full-time middle school art teacher here in Beaver Dam School District. And then about 7 years ago, some of us got together in the community, some business owners, and we all started talking. At that same time, I was starting to look at properties downtown. And so the worlds kind of collided with business owners and myself. We started having more serious conversations about which businesses we would bring to the downtown together. And so I met with a few other art studio owners around the state and toured those locations, as well as some in Illinois, and then made a business plan. Took that through Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative Corporation down in Madison, took a business plan course there, and then brought it to Beaver Dam, and then leased a property downtown at 127 Front Street.
Well, we're thrilled to have you, of course. So this has obviously been something that's been worked on for a little while.
Yes.
Mary, I'd love to go a little bit into your background, how you became involved with Dodge County Center of the Arts, and then I would love to hear how these two groups came together.
Sure.
I'm happy to share a little bit. So I retired from full-time employment about a year and a half ago, and staying home all the time just didn't work for me. My husband is a big tinkerer. He's always in the shop working on a bike or a car or something, and that's not my jam. So I was looking for something part-time to do, and the opportunity came up for the position at Dodge County Center for the Arts. It's a part-time position, and basically I get to plan a lot of fun stuff and be around a lot of fun people. I've always loved art. I've always appreciated art, and coincidentally, Chris and I met because she was the art teacher of my youngest son, who is to this day an artist. Largely because of her influence.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so it's really cool. So we just kind of started talking about how we're both in a really beautiful part of town to promote the arts. There's the community theater, the library has art offerings, the Watermark. Why don't we work together and really strive to bring an inclusive, fun art community to Beaver Dam? So that's kind of our shared goal.
I love to hear that. Well, more hands make less work too. So to have these joint image or visions is part of the reason why after a month we get to look back at what happened last month and how successful it was. And I'd love to dive into a little bit about that. The Arts and Peony Festival was here just about a month ago. Now that you've had time to digest it, What was that experience like? Because everything I heard from people in the office was it was unbelievable.
It truly was. We saw at least from what we could count, it was impossible, over 400 visitors to the gallery, which is unheard of in a month at DCCA, and this was in 2 days. I saw a lot of the art vendors from the art market come into town on Friday. They were coming in to get, settled, get a hotel room. So they were walking around town looking, to learn about Beaver Dam, and a lot stopped into the art center and just to ask about what's available here. Lots of comments about what a wonderful town it is. I know Cale came down on the Saturday of the art market, and he had to pull me away from holding up a quilt in front of a crowd to do a little on-air interview because there was just so much going on. I want to also say that we did some active recruiting that day. Some of our artist members went and talked to all the artists that were at the art market, and to date, we have 6 new artists that have joined DCCA and have art on display from that recruiting effort. So we're always looking for opportunities to talk to artists from all over and get them interested and cooperating and participating in art here in Beaver Dam.
I got to imagine something like this, to have it that successful, have people that eager to join and have their artwork showed, that there takes a lot of planning and people that made this possible. I would imagine you guys have a long list of people that made this the event that it was. I would love to hear from you about some of that work behind the scenes.
And Chris is one of those people.
Sure, yeah. So we started this with Mayor Becky Gluen, some people from the Chamber, Tracy Probst, myself, Michelle Ovens from Ovens Peony Farm, and a few other individuals, some representatives from DCCA at that point in time. This was maybe 5 years ago. And the idea was to create an art and peony festival in Beaver Dam. And it all was centered around the Ovens Peony Farm. And so what could we do to, bring some fantastic opportunities to the community? So that's how it started. And everyone was welcome in the downtown and beyond to be a part of it in some way, shape, or form. And then I think did the art, all of our artists that came that were by DCCA, the actual art show. I don't know if that was the first summer, if we had them there or not. I don't know if we had them there that first summer or not, but it's evolving.
I know we did at least last year.
Yeah,
the
last
art
year
market.
for sure, the art market. So it's continuing to evolve, grow, change, and get bigger. Like you have the crocheters that are doing all the crocheted art around the community.
Yarn bombing.
Yeah.
I was seen even going around town, everything that was covered up with that. That takes so much skill. I don't think people understand, too. So much patience.
Right. Yeah, so much patience.
Patience. Yeah. That's the hardest part for me, being like, I can't sit here for like an hour and doing this. These people are amazing.
Yeah, that's crocheting's not my jam. Is that your
No,
jam?
it's not my jam. No.
But there are other, but if it's your jam, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And we have some fantastic crochet artists in our community. So yeah, I mean, it just continues to evolve, and we'll already start planning and reviewing. I think what happened. I don't know if I think Shannon had a meeting. I don't know if she's had it already, kind of a review, wrap up from the chamber, where we'll take a look at what went well and where we want to go moving forward. So a lot of that planning will start already happening pretty much this fall.
Even after 1 year, I moved in last year right when this was going on, so I really didn't know what it was about. This year, everybody just was glowing when I was talking to him about it, saying this event has come such a long way. It's an unbelievable thing right now. Fired up for next year.
Yeah.
But there's got to be pride that like in
Totally.
Beaver Dam, to see that response, that I guess support for the arts. What's that been like for you to know that the community has had your back this entire time?
Fantastic. And I think, what people need to know, too, is that, I mean, we're drawing in people from all over the United States, as well as the Midwest. It's like, it's not uncommon for people to also come to our shop. Like, we'll have women who will meet, like one will say, I'm from Chicago, and the other one's I'm from Wausau. We found your location, and we're here meeting. So those are some of the things that Mary and I are also talking about, is that then how can we help lend a hand, which is, go over to DCCA and let's head over to our neighbors and grab a coffee and, enjoy the downtown. Keep people coming in and walking. We also have this where there are people who've lived here for many, many years, and they're discovering us every day, right? I haven't been down here yet.
Yep.
And we've been at our location for 5.5 years already at 127 Front Street. So we're still being discovered by people all the time,
Us
local
too.
and
Yep.
from afar.
Yep, us
right?
too. People walk in and go, I didn't know this was here.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
you know, we used to be a bank, the building that we're in. So they're
Right.
like, I remember when it was the bank.
And
so
it wasn't that long ago.
yeah,
It's a lot better building now.
Yeah, it is. It's more beautiful. But I just want to give a quick big shout out to the staff at the chamber,
Yes,
Tracy, Shannon,
definitely.
Libby, Paige. They own the coordination of everything. There's permits to be obtained. There's maps to be made for the artists. There's a lot of behind the scenes planning and
Definitely.
organization. So they do an awesome job.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yep.
see how
Big kudos
busy
to them.
The summers in Beaver Dam, everybody in all these groups, depending on what events they are, it's that drive to highlight what makes this city so special.
Yep.
And events like this and its support, I think it makes it very clear not only to people here, but the people that visited from afar too. And that's a really, really cool thing.
For sure.
Yeah.
We're going to step aside for a quick
Sure.
break, but when we come back, I'd love to talk about some of the other exciting things that are coming up that perhaps are this week, but that'll be right on the other side of the break here on Hometown
good.
Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering. It's also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Before we continue our conversation with Mary Fitzgerald and Chris Schumacher, real quick, last week we had Safe Families of Wisconsin join us with Amanda Coombs, and she left us 2 tickets for their second annual Clays for Families shoot. There's going to be raffles. There's going to be all kinds of activities you can join in on. If you call right now, first caller that calls in is going to win 2 tickets to the second annual Clays for Families, and that is coming up here in just a little while, just next week, if I'm not mistaken. So give Kale a call right now. We'll get all the details figured out for you, and we will go from there. But I'm excited again. We are talking this morning with Dodge County Center for the Arts Gallery Coordinator Mary Fitzgerald and Chris Schumacher, the owner of Art on the Town. We talked a little bit about the fun events that just came by and passed us, but there's more events coming up. Even at the end of the summer, one of them's happening tomorrow. Can you tell me about what that event is and how we get involved?
Sure.
Absolutely. And kudos to the chamber again. I mean, Chris was part of planning it, but it's another chamber-sponsored event. It's called Taste and Create. So what they did was invited any local downtown business to participate, and you can offer any type of taste and create opportunity for people that visit your business. At Dodge County Center for the Arts, we've got Audrey from Audrey's Yoga. She'll be on hand, not necessarily doing a class, but as people come in, maybe talk about some poses, some stretches. If you're a golfer, she can recommend some stretches for that. So to help you create a healthy body. And then we'll also have, obviously, art on display that you can look at the creations. We'll have 2 community art activities that you're able to participate in if you'd like. And then we'll also have for taste snacks on a skewer. And that's all I'll say. Whatever you eat is going to be on a skewer.
Oh, that's a good tease.
Fun.
Yeah, because
Fun.
So how about you, fella? I like to eat, so that sounds good.
How
to
about
me.
you, Chris? What's going
Yeah,
on?
so we're going to have some Christmas and July specials. So you can come on down and do some ornament making, and we'll have 20% off all of our Christmas paint your own pottery. So we already had someone in yesterday looking at, the vintage Christmas trees from the 1960s.
Yeah, with the little lights.
Yes, so we have all of those, so we'll have those out, and you can enjoy that and make some things on site. We have assorted wines if you're interested in a glass of wine. We'll also have a nice little mocktail lemonade thing happening, and you can come on in. And the idea for the Taste and Create was that, you can start, let's say you start up at Annabelle's and you walk your way down to whoever you want that's open, and just try us all out a little bit. It doesn't have to be like you're there for hours. If you want to be, you can at one location, but the idea is to just kind of mingle a little bit, check us out, see what's happening. We'll all offer something kind of short and sweet, and then you can keep moving your way through downtown.
Well, people that want to move their way through downtown, this sounds exciting for them. When does this start and when does it go till?
It's this Thursday, and it's from 4 to 8. 4 to 8 p.m. And then there's going to be a third one in August. I can't remember the date off the top of my head. But you get a chance to get a taste of a number of downtown businesses.
That's a great way.
Yep.
Because, at least for me, even over a year, there's only so much time in the day.
Yep.
Spreading the wealth, and then I typically am like, well, I haven't tried them yet, so I'm just going to go to Old Reliable. This is a good chance to actually expand that Beaver Dam palette and go out there and support some businesses at the same time.
For sure.
Well, then after this Thursday, I know that I'm looking at it right now. We have a jam-packed schedule coming up.
We do.
I see gallery browsing and art sales. What is that, and when does that take place?
So these are quickly. I'm just going to go through ongoing events at DCCA
Please,
if I could. Always got gallery browsing and art sales. Currently, our open hours are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from noon to 5, Saturday from 10 to 3, and Sunday from noon to 3. I've told many people and many groups, if there's a time you'd like to come in, we can very often accommodate you. As an example, if you have a homeschool group and you want to come in and maybe do an art project or look at art, I can accommodate opening up the gallery for groups like that at a different time. We also, I want to just do a big shout out to a bunch of our volunteer members. They've done a ton of work on the grounds of Dodge County Center for the Arts, did a lot of weed pulling, fabric laying, mulch spreading, moving plants around. We really felt that it's an art center, so we really wanted the outside of the building to also look artistic. Yes. So they have done a fantastic job. So if you're driving around, I would love for you to stop in, but at least take a look at the grounds. There was even one of the artists repainted some metal garden sculpture that we had like just sitting around, and she like brought them back to life. So beautiful stuff. We always have our Wednesday workshops every single Wednesday, 1 until 4:30. You can drop in, you can paint, you can bring your own supplies. We have supplies. It's kind of a coffee clutch, if you will, of artists. They just talk about all things art and do art while they're visiting. And then also we have our yoga partnership. Wally, you know about that because you want to join. I know.
It'll
I know.
happen.
I know.
I'm telling you.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, so 9:15 in the morning or 6 o'clock at night. Your first class is free. Audrey from Audrey's Yoga wants everyone to have the benefit of yoga, so she wants to give you one class to get a taste of that, not to go back to our previous theme, and try it out. I am a regular participant, and I don't have a huge skill level, but I know that it's really good for me. So it's all levels. You don't have to be flexible. You don't have to be a certain strength. You can just come and enjoy. And then we all have a book club partnership with Rosalie Book Boutique. We just did that for a trial the last month. It went great. And then we're also partnering with the rec department with a kids camp, kids art camp this summer. And then coming up, we have got such exciting things coming up. Can I keep going?
Oh, please.
Okay,
by all means.
perfect. Right now through September 12th, our theme at DCCA is celebrating the creative process. So many of our artists have some type of a description of how they create, hanging with their art. It's really fun to go in and see, okay, this is a beautiful drawing with a lot of clouds. And then the artist describes how she creates those clouds. So it's kind of fun to learn. The Pepperfest is coming up on September 13th. Dodge County Center for the Arts sells pie at that. It's one of our biggest fundraisers, so please come to the Pepperfest and buy pie.
Is it like pepper pie?
Some are apple pepper. Yeah,
I was
some
like,
are
it
apple
has to,
pepper,
imagine.
but other flavors as well.
Apple pepper sounds
Yeah,
kind of fun,
yeah,
though.
and you can buy it by the slice or a whole pie. So yeah,
take your
it's
artist
pretty fun, and we make good funds off of that. Big thing coming up in Beaver Dam in September, the 14th through the 20th. It's a residency with a nationally recognized photojournalist. His name is John Noltner. The show is called A Piece of My Mind, and it's a photo exhibit which will be on display at DCCA for that week. There'll be extended hours throughout the week, and there's other public options throughout the community to learn more about him and participate.
Because if I'm not mistaken, isn't he from this area?
He is.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
he's a local, so it's
Yeah.
another really cool success story that we get to celebrate right here.
Yes, it's
yeah.
really cool. His mom was a teaching assistant in the Beaver Dam Unified School District, and she literally pulled my oldest son off my leg on his first day of kindergarten because he was so scared.
Aww.
And so she kind of like shaped how school was for me with my kids because she made me feel comfortable. So I can't wait to kind of talk to him about that and meet him. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
it'll be really cool. What else you got coming up?
Hey, I just wanted to add with the John Noltner, we'll have him at Beaver Dam Middle School, Beaver Dam High School, as a guest artist and photographer there speaking. And then we're going to have him at Art in the Town as well, come and do a workshop with us there. So he's with Annette Camps, who's the major planner of this event. I've known Annette for a long time. And so kudos to her for all of her planning and work on this, and American Association of University Women. But yeah, Annette's, her background goes very far with Dodge County Center for the Arts, which was first Beaver Dam Area Arts Association in its former location at Seipel Arts Center. So I think that's the communication and the connection too with us, is that as a art teacher and artist, I've been connected with this facility and this community since I came here in 1996. So for me, and talking to Mary, this is like and working with Mary and the Dodge County Center for the Arts, this is a great natural connection for us to be working together and then move some things forward as however we want to do that. So we have all these natural, nice connections that we have going on. I would add, let's see, What else do you have with the Knowlton?
I just was going to go with my
keep going.
my two shows following
Yeah,
that.
you
How are
keep
we doing
going.
on time, Wally?
We're doing good. We still have about a minute here, and then we can always talk about it on the other side of the break as well.
Okay,
Sure.
we'll save the big collab event for last.
Sounds
How about
good.
that?
Ooh, I
Love
like
it.
that.
Love it.
But following the John Knowlton residency, DCCA will be having two shows running concurrently. One is called Beautiful Expressions, and we do that in partnership with the Dodge County Aging and Disability Resource Center. It's all art that's done by individuals with mild cognitive disorder or dementia and their caregivers. So it's really to bring attention to dementia, what caregivers go through, what the diagnoses go through, and just look at the beautiful expressions they're able to create wherever they are on that spectrum. So that's an exciting show. And then we're also doing something a little crazy. We're having what we're calling a banana show. So you may have heard about the banana piece of art that sold for millions of dollars.
The
It was
duct tape.
literally a real banana duct taped to a canvas that somebody bought for millions of dollars and then ate the banana, right?
Yeah.
So we're just doing a fun play on that. So we have a call to art out for any artist interested. You don't have to be a member of DCCA. The entry fee is very reasonable. It's $10.
Oh, that's easy.
And a piece of art that has something to do with a banana. So it could be somebody's kitchen with a bowl of fruit on the table and a banana in it. Could be a beautiful island with a banana tree. Any way you want to interpret, any medium you want to use. We're going to be having both a judged competition and then at the end a People's Choice Award. So just a fun thing to kind of get your creative juices flowing. And then we'll talk about our big collab when we come back.
Yeah, sounds
I
good.
love that.
All right.
You're a pro. You're ready to take this chair over here right now.
I know.
Well, we are going to be talking about that collab on the other side of the break, and I also want to dive into a little bit more of these events coming up,
Sure.
get some specifics, because I know a few of these really stuck out to me too.
Great.
But that'll be coming up next here on Hometown Today on
Right.
95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Studios with Wally Lukashevsky.
Thank you very much, Kale. We appreciate it. And we are back here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV. And we are joined this morning by Mary Fitzgerald, the gallery coordinator with Dodge County Center for the Arts, and Chris Schumacher, the owner of Art on the Town. And we had an expertise going into the break from Mary because we have a collaboration again coming up here down the road. Can you tell me what this collaboration is about?
Yeah. All right. So we're going to have a Pottery Festival weekend, October 10th through the 12th. Ooh. And if you've watched the Great Pottery Throwdown, which a lot of people do, it's a show based in Britain where they take amateur potters and they compete and they're given challenges, kind of like the Great British Bake Off.
Yes, my mom's a big fan of that show.
All right, so they're great at putting those kinds of shows together. But a lot of Americans I know watch this, and a lot of local people in Beaver Dam watch this too. Particularly people that come in and take pottery classes with us at Art on the Town, where you can do like a 1.5 hour class pottery session or a 5 or 6 week class. So at this point in time, because we've been there for 5 years, we have lots of people who are becoming really good potters. And they're starting to sell their work at shows and vend, and they teach with us. And we're doing things like pottery memberships. So we're like, we need to have a pottery festival here in town. So we're going to push this pretty quick. Mary and I have planning to do in the next week to 2 weeks to get things
Tomorrow
going.
morning.
Yep, that's right. So we've got things to get going, but we're like, we got to get this in. We think fall's a good time. And then what the idea will be, there'll be a gallery at a gallery show at DCCA. We'll do an open invite to artists. We're going to invite people in the schools, kids from K-12 up, as well as teachers, and then people in the area, Dodge County, who want to come on in, have some work in the show. And then we'll have our pottery demonstrations. We'll have people at the wheel. We'll have people being able to jump on a wheel and give it a try, some hand building classes, and then hopefully some juried art show work that we'll have going on. So Friday night, hopefully a gallery opening night, nice little kind of wine and cheese kind of. And
I like to throw a party.
Exactly. Make it a party. And then potentially Sunday would be like more of a kid show.
Okay,
All
sure.
right, where we'd have families coming in, and then just having it wide open. So a lot of things happening where people can come and check out both locations and then see what we all do there. Have some fun at it. A throwdown challenge on Saturday.
Yep.
So we'll give our potters, we'll have, do you have a wheel at your place?
We do not.
Okay, so we've got 9 wheels.
All
at
right,
our
so we
place.
have 9
line
that
them
are
up,
going at
9
once.
wheels. Yeah, that'll
Which
be
is
the goal.
amazing.
I believe it.
Yeah. And we have a couple artist members at DCCA that are potters. So we have some pottery on display. And this is a great way to get them involved too, bring other potters' work in. So we've got a bigger display going.
Exactly.
I'm also maybe going to be serving up some drinks at Chris's place on Saturday night, as we're just going to kind of go back and forth between the two art venues and really make it the best it can be. And we would also invite other entities, if anybody else wants to
Absolutely.
be involved, that's maybe listening, reach out to one of us. We'd love to, like we said, inclusive, welcoming art community.
Well, and you can feel that how well you guys work together too already. The chemistry is very clear. And we've seen that before, Mary, with a lot of other groups that you guys have worked with. So this is something, again, if you want to get involved,
Yes.
we've seen the Beaver Dam, how they'll support. Be a part of it. Let's make something special. But I know that we've talked about a bunch of events today. And for people that are driving around their car right now, it's got to be like whiplash, going one way or to the other.
Right.
Do you have a Facebook page or websites where people can follow along and learn more about these events when they get home?
Yeah, we both do. So ours is artinthetown.wi.com. We've got a website with calendar and lots of nice tabs up on the top for pottery or painting, drawing, etc. Kids camps, things like that. And then we've got our Facebook page, website, Instagram handle. So we're all there, and TikTok. So you can find us at all those
Man, I'm
locations.
starting to get on there too. It's wild, but they finally dragged us into it. TikTok, they're there as well. I like to hear it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, and then again, for people like me, and I want to hear the website again, but I am awful at every kind of art imaginable. For a lot of people, that they don't get involved with these things because they feel like everything is above their head.
Sure.
That people are worried that they're not going to have people patient with them. That's not the case here. You're encouraging
Yes.
people to come out, if you are first-time artists too, to get some experience, learn a little bit, and grow that muscle, because it takes actually working on it to get better at these things.
Yes.
Yes.
And actually, the book that we read for the book club with Rosalie Book Boutique recently, it was called What Art Does. It's a really quick read. The author's name is Brian Eno, who's a big name in the music industry, and then Bet A. I don't know of that person, but the book it talked a lot about what it does to your brain, what it does to your well-being. And I recently painted a chair for the Arts and Peony Festival. I'm not really an artist. I don't consider myself one. But our handyman pulled this beautiful red leather chair off the curb on bulk pickup garbage day, and I painted it with puffy fabric paints, and it was so therapeutic to do that. So I think if you go ahead and try something, at Chris's place or our place, you're going to get something out of it, right?
Yeah.
You may not be on exhibit at the Milwaukee Art Museum, but you're going to get something out of it. So it's just great to remember.
I think excellent points Mary's just made, and we're here for everybody. Okay, Kate. I mean, from kindergartners up to 90-year-olds. We have people of all ages come in. This summer we've seen a lot of grandparents and grandchildren coming in. That's usually the case in the summer, and they're doing things together, like they're are in our building,
Really
but
cool.
doing two separate things. So, like yesterday, we had a little camper who's going to be in second grade, and her grandmother brought her in, and the grandmother was sitting and working on a sign for her cottage. So, I mean, it's really, we're going to help you with everything. We're there for everybody, beginners, all welcome. And that's the same thing with the pottery. I'm a pro at working with beginners. So that's what I do.
This feels like
That's a good way to put it.
it's an encapsulation of what Beaver Dam is too. It's welcoming, it's accepting, and if you want to try to get better, people are going to be there to try to help you get there. Mary, I cut you off before, but please, if you have a website or a place where people can follow along with your
Sure.
events as well, where can they find you?
Yeah, so we're at dodgecountyarts.org. We are on social media as well, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Again, I'll just go through our hours of operation: Wednesday through Friday from noon to 5, Saturday from 10 to 3, and Sunday from noon to 3. And I know that it can be overwhelming to remember all these dates, especially when we talk about doing art shows at DCCA, because there's usually a get your art in by date, an opening reception date, a closing reception date, take your art down by. But you can find all that information on our website. Ours is arranged where there's like a flyer for each event, and if you click on the flyer, that gives all of the information.
Oh, that's nice. To make it easy, focalize and put it in
Right.
one spot.
Like for the Banana Art Show, the art needs to be in by September 22nd. And it's, it says that. You got to bring, if you want to enter, you got to bring it in by this date.
we
So-
still have 2 months, and you get to be creative with that one as well.
That's right.
Very fun.
That's right.
We only have a couple minutes left, so I want to throw it over to you guys because we have talked about a lot. I'm sure that there's plenty that we still haven't got to. Is there anything that I've missed that we need to go over right now for either of you?
I don't think we've missed anything, but I just do want to reiterate how important it is to both Chris and I to let the community know that we really feel strongly about everybody collaborating. And I know you just said that, but I don't think we can say it too many times because we have so much to offer. And we don't want to offer it in little compartments. We want to say it's all here. If somebody comes into Dodge County Center for the Arts on a workshop Wednesday and they say, wow, watercolor painting or this kind of painting is really cool, I'd like to dive deeper. The first thing I'm going to say is you should do a painting class or something at Art on the Town. Get into a deeper class and learn about it. They come into our place and say, I love the pottery on display. How do you get into that? I'm going to direct them there. If parents come in with kids and they're looking for craft opportunities, I'm going to tell them to make sure they go to the library and look at the library calendar of their craft options. There's just so much to do.
No, that's well said. I'm very, very fired up that we got to have you both in this morning because there is so much fun going on right now. You can feel how important the arts are in Beaver Dam, and that's because of a lot of the hard work that you both do. So it was a blast
Thanks.
talking to you.
Yeah.
And
don't forget to go out tomorrow night and get a taste of some of your local businesses.
great point from
4 to 8 p.m. tomorrow
4 to 8.
evening.
Well, that's a great opportunity again. I'm telling you, expand the palette. You gotta try new things. You can't just go to the same place over and over again. Tomorrow's a great opportunity to do that. But thank you both so much for coming in. I know that we have so many events coming up. I'm sure we'll see each other soon. And make sure you know I will be at yoga. That's coming. That day will be here.
We're going to hold you to it, Wally.
You better.
Thanks for having us.
Of
Thank you.
course. And then we're going to take one final break today. And when we come back, Kale and I are going to fill you in on everything that's going on. That's next on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Hi, it's Randy from Professional Floor Covering, bringing you Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering. It's also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Wally Lukashenski and Kale Zomer, thank you as always to Kale for making us sound good this morning. And Kale, as I always do, I have to ask you, what's going on?
So I was a little distracted here on my phone. I was just looking up MLB rankings, and who's that in? What's that team's name with the?
Well,
best
it must be
record
the
in
Cubs,
baseball?
right?
It's this little town, this little team called the Milwaukee Brewers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
and guess
baby.
what?
First
We
place.
got a Brewers bus trip today,
That-
Kale, and
that-
we got who was it, Wade, Sierra, and then Charlie going over
I
there.
think Wade, Sierra, and Charlie are headed down to the game today with a busload of fans, so super excited. They should be leaving shortly. I think they're leaving the market here in about a half hour, so if you're on that bus trip, you got to get down there because they're going to
Hurry
be
up.
getting ready to go. But yeah, hoping our bus load of people can get us a sweep today.
They got to. I was going to say, the first two games of the series have been storybook. You can feel the magic of this season happening. We're right in the
Exactly.
middle of the pennant race, Kale. You gotta buy in now.
I mean, man, this team is. I dare go on a limb and say this team's looking magical right now.
I like that. I mean, it feels magical at the moment, especially given how the season went into with the passing of Bob Uecker.
Yeah,
It feels like
exactly.
this feels like a storybook kind of season, and I'm really hoping it continues. I grew up in Pittsburgh. I'm a Pirates fan, division rival, and I'm still like, this is the year. I'm buying in.
I love it. Well,
Can't
if you
help
weren't
it.
one of the lucky ones to get on the bus trip, we'll have the game this afternoon here on 95.3 WBEV, 12:35 for the pregame 1:10 first pitch here on WBEV. Also, Wally, I want to mention, I know like a lot of people in corporate America have that dreaded get to work in the morning and sit down and start sorting through emails. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to have to do this. And I have my days. I'll admit I have my days, but there's also a lot of days like today where I open it up and I've got info on something exciting that I go, oh, I can't wait to get on the air so I can share this with people. Today was no different. It was one of those days because I got some info in this morning that I want to share with everybody, which is that the Beaver Dam Scholarship Foundation is going to be hosting a free backpack giveaway coming up next Saturday, August 9th. So not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, August 9th. It's going to be from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. at Slumberland Furniture in Beaver Dam. They're going to be over on the north side of the building. So when we got our brat fries there, I know we were just there last Friday. We're on the west side of the building, but this will be set up on the north side of the building, kind of facing like 5 below. And again, that's 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. next Saturday, August 9th. Any students entering kindergarten through 3rd grade within the Beaver Dam Unified School District are eligible to come and grab a backpack filled with school supplies. And you're like, all right, where do I sign up? That's the best part. You don't. You just show up that morning and grab your backpack full of supplies. Again, just got to be a Beaver Dam Unified School District student entering kindergarten through 3rd grade. So that's going to be fantastic.
Cannot wait for that, Kale, and I can't wait to be back on the air with you tomorrow morning here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV. Have a great day, everybody. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Beaver Dam